My dad told me that if you're angry about something and if you want to voice your opinion, probably the best thing you want to do is you probably want to go ahead and walk away for a while. Take a moment to relax. Take a moment to get your thoughts out and then come back in a more productive way. So this is going to be my final thoughts on the 2024 UK football season in a nutshell. Now, these are just my thoughts. You probably going to have your own thoughts, but these are mine. 2024 football team. We had so many high expectations. Coming into off season, the hype was there. The players was there. Supposedly the new offensive coordinator hype was there. Maybe everything was just kind of maybe going to come around and going to have a special year for Kentucky football. That's what we all thought, and that's what we all hoped for. We all hoped that that right there would be the case. It did not go that way. It did not go that way really for one reason. The culture of the program was despicable. From the head to the toe. The head coach quit. The assistant coaches quit. The players quit. The bus drivers quit. The water boys quit. All systems failures quit. And one person could have stopped that a long time ago. And that's the head coach. This is not a video from me telling you that we should fire Coach Stoops. No, I don't call for people's jobs to be fired. If that's the case and needs to be fired, then I'll let the upper chain of command or whoever, the AD, take care of that. I'll let them deal with that. I don't make enough money, and I'm not that smart enough to tell you that somebody needs to be fired. Does things need to change? Absolutely. Where do they change at? From the head. See, this is how this works. Everything at Kentucky football rolls downhill, but it starts at the top of the hill. See, when these guys and these players that are quitting, what's going on in the film room? Why isn't these assistant coaches doing a better job with instilling discipline? Where is that word even being thrown out there? Are we so concerned about people transferring? Are we so concerned about NIL that we can't even get our guys to be disciplined? We was the most undisciplined team in the country. And I don't have to watch college football as a whole to tell you that. We was horrible. And it never changed week after week after week after week. The same players making the same mistakes, play after play after play. The same look on the sideline. The same look week after week after week. No one had enough guts. No one had enough attitude, and no one had enough leadership that says this is enough. No, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to offend you. I don't want to hurt your feelings. So I'm not going to tell you to be disciplined out on the field. See, this is a game, man. This is the game. Inside that film room, those coaches inside the film room, those position coaches, the tight end coach, the O-line coach, the running back room, the linebacker room, the O-line room, all of this. It starts with that coach inside that room. See, when you're a young man, or when you're a young kid, discipline started at home. That's where the discipline started at. In this situation, home is in those position film rooms. This is when you can see every single ball game. You have video people there who's getting stuff just for you. If you're not taking the time out to fix what the problem is, then we got problems. The craziest thing in the world is continuing to do the same thing, expecting different results. That's crazy. That's lunatic. I don't even know what to say about it. But see, when that happens, the head coach, which is a manager, which he manages everything that goes on within his program. When you fail to correct the guys that's supposed to be correcting the guys, now we got a problem. It's going to be a big turnover. You know it's going to be a big turnover. You know guys are gone. Now, who's leaving? You could pretty much think of 3 guys that are for sure, not because they're seniors, but because they're going to move on either to pro or you know that those guys are going to transfer, one of the two. But if we don't fix the problem, if we don't change the culture here at Kentucky football, then people will never watch again. People who have followed Kentucky football for years say that this is enough. This is as horrible as it gets. It's just a game, but it matters to people. It matters so much to people that people spend their last dollars to sit in the cold weather to see such trash out on the field. Now you tell me if it's just a game or not. It's more than that to a lot of people. It's more than that. People love Kentucky football. People want to see Kentucky football at its best. Now, here's the thing. I can sit back and I can watch Kentucky football go 0-12. But if you come out on that field and you fight like it matters to you, and you fight until you fight every second of that ball game, and you stay disciplined, and the other team finds a way to win the ball game, I'll be upset because we lost the ball game. But I can respect you for that. But I would never respect a player or a person or a coach or anything that quits on that football field, that quits on that sideline. That is unacceptable. I don't care who you ask. You setting a way of life here at Kentucky football that it's okay to quit, that it's okay to give up. Come on. We got to do better. You want to call yourself an SEC head coach? You want to call yourself an SEC running back? You want to call yourself an SEC offensive lineman? You want to call yourself a SEC linebacker? You want to call yourself a SEC corner? How do you do that? Because the last time I checked, the SEC is better than any conference out there. The last time I checked. So what's going on with Kentucky football? Why can't live up to that standard of being an SEC football team? Is it time for Kentucky football to accept who they are and says maybe we should go down? Maybe we should go a conference or 2 down just so we can compete every year. Because if you're not going to go out there on the field and give it everything you got and leave it all between those white lines, don't show up to Kroger Field. Don't show up to road games. Just wait. I was going to say just quit, but it looked like you already quit. It just looked like it's no life. It's no get up and go. It's no fire. How do you play your rival like Louisville and don't have any fire, and you quit and you embarrass your university? How do you do that? How do you embarrass the Big Blue Nation like that? Have some freaking respect for the people that care mostly about you and go out there and play for them. You know, we always talk about basketball and finally getting guys at Kentucky that want to play for the name on the front of the jersey. Play for the front of the name on the jersey for football too. This NIL stuff is breeding some different people. I'm not here to oppose NIL. I'm not 100%. If it's done correctly, if it has the boundaries, if it has the coaches that can do it, all college football is doing it. All college basketball is doing it. Get in line. and get on board. $9 million. $9 million. Let that sink in for a second. How many zeros is that? It's a lot. At what point do we just say is enough and the culture of Kentucky has to change, or we're gonna continue to have years like this to come? My question is this a knee-jerk reaction? Does he get a pass for a type of year like this? And let's see what he can do next year. The average fan would tell you straight up, no, he does not. No, the players will not get a pass for the type of year that we just seen. Kentucky Wildcats 4-8. 4-8. We couldn't even win 5 games. We couldn't even beat Louisville. Hats off to Louisville. Louisville was by far, was the better team by far yesterday against Kentucky. What happens? Where do we go from here? Do we replace coaches? Are we going to ask players, hey, go play somewhere else so we can bring players in? Are we going to get the NIL money? I mean, if you ask a lot of people, they're going to tell you straight up, guys got paid this year. We spent some money this year in Kentucky football. Didn't pay off. Did not pay off. If you don't perform the way you're supposed to, you got to give some money back. So we give you half now, and we will evaluate everything at the end of the season, and we'll see what you deserve to get and what you don't deserve to get. We got to do better because there's too many people out there who love Kentucky football and only want to see the best. They only want to see the best. And this right here, what we got yesterday, and matter of fact, not just yesterday, but this is what we got all. This is what we got all year, and this is unsatisfactory, completely unsatisfactory. So, Dad, I took the time out to breathe, so I can get my thoughts together, so I don't say anything irresponsible. I love our team. I believe that we can find some way to turn it around. If we can find some way to have some discipline, I couldn't believe this how undisciplined we are this year. Like that's the storybook of Kentucky football this year. I cannot believe this how undisciplined he was. So if we can fix this, then maybe we can turn this around. Some people won't watch football until Stoops is gone. Some people won't watch football just till I'm done. But let's see what happens. So this is my take on the 2024 UK football seasons in a nutshell. Next time we talk, we're talking basketball. Because to sit here and talk about the horrible season that we had in football, I think it's an injustice. I think it's being disrespectful to what the basketball team has the possibility of doing. So let's talk some hoops. 2000 football season for Kentucky Wildcats is over. We will not be going bowling this year. We will not. So what do we do in the off seasons? Build a whole new team, I guess. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. This is the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Thank you guys for the love and support. I'll see you guys the next time here on the show. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. It means a lot to me. If you want to. If you don't, that's all right, too. We're going to keep moving. So let's go. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who subscribed to the channel and hits that like button. I'm out.